Ayun, thank you.
So let's talk about our last theorem for this topic, which is medyo naubusan ako ng ano, bateryas ko last meeting.
Ayo.
So this has to do with counting the number of elements of a cyclic subgroup. Meaning we know so far in our last meeting, show it to you, you were able to prove the fundamental theorem of cyclic groups. Meaning, meron kang group that is cyclic, there will always be a unique subgroup with a corresponding order. And its order is one of the divisors of the order of the whole cyclic group. So meaning to say, kung halimbawa, if your group has order, say, 12, so meaning to say, ano mga divisors ng 12? Of course, you have 1, 2, 4, 6. Tama, no? Yun na ba? At, yun. 1, 2, 4, and 6. 12, of course. So, lahat na yun, ng mga divisors mo, may mga unique na mga subgroups corresponding to that number. So, ang next question, ilan yung laman nun? What's the number of elements for each of the subgroups? And this will be answered by this theorem. So, simply, you are only counting if your order of that subgroup is D, all you have to do is to count the number of relatively prime to that number D. In this case, we'll be using the Euler phi function or the Euler-Toyten function. Can you still remember ba? Have you encountered the Euler phi function, Joshua?
Yung ano po, number of relatively prime, ano po, number of relatively prime to this, ano po, yung the function input.
That's correct. And were you able to see the formula that is used to
Opo. Pero hindi ko na po siya matandaan. Pero nakita ko na po siya. Yung, ano, mer pong proof, yung parang by series sa kanila po.
Yeah, well, I'll show you the proof kasi ang proof ng theorem na to napakadali. So, matatapos na tayo kaagad. But what's interesting is we need to understand anong klaseng function. Ito yung Euler-Phi function first. Then let's proceed to the proof of this theorem. First, let me define first what is phi of D. So meaning, yung ginagawa mo lang dito, you are to count. So either we will use the symbol yung parang cardinality, yung parang absolute value. So isusulat ko dito as this in this case, ganitong maging itsura. So ang ginagawa natin, we're counting the number of relatively prime to the number D. So I'll just write this down as K comma D is equal to 1. So meaning to say all of the positive integers that is relatively prime to D, count them, all of them, so you'll have or the Euler of D. Or in other words, ang formula can be written this way. De-derive natin to actually in a while. So, phi of D can be written as D times the product. So, I'll use the product symbol. D divides P 1 minus 1 over P. So, ito yung magiging itsura niya ng formula natin. So, which is weird, di ba? By the way, do you understand how the formula works?
Yung ano po, D times the product of all 1 minus 1 minus P, 1 minus 1 over P, where it satisfies the, ano nga po, D divides P.
Ayan, tama. For example, let's consider an example. Let me use red. Phi of 12. So what's phi of 12? Kung without using the formula, we'll simply count it. So ilang lahat ang relatively prime to 12?
3,
So isulat natin muna. Anong mga na relatively prime to 12? Of course, meron ka 1. Ano pa?
1, 5, 7, and 11 po. 1, 5, 7, 11 po.
So dapat ang answer dito is
4.
4. Yan. So let's try to use this formula. At least we could visualize this. So 12 can be factored into using na lang mga divisors ng mga ano mo. Ay, sorry, by the way, mali pa lang pagkakasulat ko dito. Baliktad to. So
I-device. Yun nga po. Kaya parang nalito po ako parang the divisor will divide the price. Divides the prime. Yun nga po yun.
baliktad. Sorry. Na-excite lang ako sa itsura niya. So let's factor yung 12 into 2, di ba? Meron kang 2 raised to the power 2, tapos you have 3. So in other words, gagamitin natin to ang 2 and 3 together. So in this case, ano meron tayo? We already have your 12 to be D. So let us write this down. So this is 12, di ba? Times, meron kang dalawang, ano to? Dalawang primes na gagamitin. So you'll have your 2 as a prime, di ba? Ito yung prime. By the way, ang P dito, I forgot to mention, P here, it's prime. Meaning to say, yung D mo is the decomposition of all the primes. So P sub 1 raised to K sub 1, P sub 2 raised to K sub 2, and so on, up to some P sub T raised to K sub T. So lahat ng mga primes na divisors of your D. So in this case, so isusulat natin, the first prime we have, it's 2. So you'll have 1, sorry, mali dyan, mali. Dito
Meron ba pong notation for to denote something is prime? Baka inisip ko pa, baka 5 letters pa po yun eh. Meron ba po parang special
Oo
symbol?
nga, ang dami nun eh.
Para
So,
tanggalin po yan.
ito yung pinakamaganda eh. Parang napaka-simple lang. Pero if isusulat natin, this becomes 1 minus 1 over 2 times 1 minus 1 over 3. Ito yung magiging itsura. So, try to simplify. So, ang simplification nito, it must be equal to 4. Tama ba? This is equal to 4. So,
Kaya nga po kasi yung denominator will be cancelled out kasi multiplied by yung D. So, lahat mo nung sa baba ng denominator na prime, matanggal.
correct. So, matitira dito, so you'll have 2 times 2. It's equal to, of course, 4. Ayun na. So, yun na siya. Maganda yung magandang proof nito eh. So, at this time, ang gusto nating malaman, paano ito na-derive? Ito yun, yung formula na to. Paano yan na-derive? Interesting yan. Okay, so let's quickly derive lang muna. First, intindihan muna natin ang first idea, paano natin bibilangin yung mga primes if it's a power of a prime. Say for example, if you're looking for what is P of say 2 raised to 16 na lang muna. 16, which is P of 2 raised to the 4th power. So, paano natin bibilangin ang lahat ng relatively prime dyan? O, muna, kung gusto mo i-count, ano mga relatively prime to 16?
1, 3, basta lahat mo ng does not contain 2. So, that's all
Yes.
odd numbers. So, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15.
Ayan. Di ba? So meaning, ni-remove mo lang lahat ng mga even numbers in this case. So, hindi mo siya include. So what we're saying is that if there are 16 digits for all of these numbers, so 2 raised to 16, 2 raised to 16, 2 raised to 4, isasubtract mo lahat ng mga even numbers below 16, including 16 by the way. So include mo 16. So ilan yon lahat-lahat?
Okay. So, dapat, yung ano pa, parang mas fundamental pa yung ano niya, parang lahat ng everything na that contains a 2 below 16.
Yes.
16.
So ilan yon? Including 16 actually. So ilang even numbers meron ka? 2, 4, 8, 10, up to 16.
Yung half of 16. So, baka sa ibang...
That's right.
So sa lahat po, yung sa mga iba naman, the third, 1/3, 1/5, manggalan po siguro. I hope.
Oh, tama. Kasi kung ibibilang, di ba, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, including 16, di ba? Ito yung hindi mo include. But we know, this is just 1 time, this is on 1 times 2. Ito, this is 2 times 2. This is 3 times 2. This is 4 times 2. Hanggang, ilan to? Ika-ilan yan?
8 times 2 po.
That's 8 times 2. Or you can rewrite this as, nilakihan natin, 2 raised to the third times 2. So in other words, nagbilang ka ng 1, 2, 3 up to 8 or 2 raised to the third. So meaning there are 2 raised to the third of these. So isulat natin. So there will be 2 raised to the third of this. So in other words, kung isi-simplify natin ito, we can rewrite this as follows. So you will have 2 raised to the fourth times 1 minus 1 over 2. Isusulat natin. Di ba?
No. Oh
Nice, di
no.
ba? Nakikita mo lang yung similarity.
Oo nga po na.
So that's the first one. Ito pa na yung una. So in other words, what we're saying is that if we are looking for, say, 3 raised to the, say, 5, ilan yung relatively primes ng 3 raised to the fifth? What's 3 raised to the fifth nga?
3 raised to 5, 3, 9, 27, 81, 7 to 9 siguro ba?
Yan. So, ilan yan ang mga relatively prime to that number? So, following this notation, so meron ka pa rin 3 raised to the fifth at there are 3 raised to the fourth na hindi relatively prime to these numbers. Kasi mga multiples of 3 ito. So in other words, this becomes 3 raised to the fifth times 1 minus 1 over 3. So yun. And so on. Okay? So in other words, our first parang hypothesis in this case, let me put this in red, in green pala, phi of
In blue
p
ba?
raised to the k. So this becomes
Mm, P to the K times 1 over, 1 minus 1 over P. You know.
ayan, that's correct. So that's the first idea na meron tayo. Okay, next. Ito ang pangalawang idea na meron tayo. How about, let me write this down. Magdadagdag lang ako ng additional paper. Okay, second idea. How about magbibilang tayo, say, for example, dalawa na. Phi of 2 raised to the fourth times 3 raised to the fifth. Yan. So, these two numbers are relatively prime to each other. Sure na tayo. Walang common divisor for both. Or let's write this down as 2 raised to the fourth, comma, 3 raised to the fifth. Their GCDs is just equal to 1. So, the question, paano tayo magbibilang? How many of these numbers are relatively prime to each other?
So yung ano nga dapat mo dapat. Pero how? So kung
O yun, paano?
2 to the something.
Oh, the same idea kanina. Oh, gagamitin natin the same idea kanina. By the way, ang technique na tong tawag dito, the principle of inclusion-exclusion. Meaning to say, ilan lahat-lahat? Remove, exclude what is being not part of the set na bibilangin mo. Pero later, i-replace back mo, baka may overlapping na mangyayari. And which in this case, mamaya makikita natin dito sa case na to.
Ayun nga po. So remove all multiples of 2.
Okay, mag-start muna tayo, lahat-lahat, minus lahat ng mga multiples of 2. So, number of multiples of 2. Tapos ganun din, di ba? Minus lahat ng mga multiples of 3. And then, mamaya, add tayo ng sasabihin nating overlaps.
Nga po,
Kasi,
lahat po ng multiples of 2 tsaka also multiples of 3, magkakadoble po yan. So matanggal.
yes. Kaya ibabalik mo siya later. So, okay. So, paano natin siya bibilangin? So, 2 raised to the fourth times 3 raised to the fifth minus. So, how many multiples of 2 do you think you will have?
Dapat there should be 2 to the 3, pero paano ko ma-prove yun?
Yeah,
So,
tama. There should be two to the three of the twos. Earlier yon. Pero may kulang ka. May kulang pa. Ilan sila lahat-lahat?
2 to the 3 times 3 to the 5th po.
Yon, that's correct. 2 to the 3 times 3 raised to the fifth. So you're counting, there are 2 raised to the 3 kung per twos. Pero remember, may 2 raised to the fifth ka pa na additional na
So, you
mga.
can parang skip count by 3 to the 5th while simultaneously by 2 po. So, yun po yung
Tama. So, how about the next? Ito. How about multiples of 3 mo?
2 to the 4 times 3 to the 4th po.
Okay, 3 to the 4 times 2 raised to the 4th. Actually, para at least medyo clear, ibaliktad natin para at least you could see it. So you'll have, ano nga yan? 3 raised to the, sorry. Let me erase this first. So meron kang 2 raised to the 4th and then 3 raised to the 4th. So yun. So binabasa mo lang siya. Alright. What's next? Anong nag-overlap to each other?
Lahat ng multiples ng ano po, both 2 and 3. So, multiples
Ilan yun?
ng 6 pala po. Multiples ng 6. Mhm.
Mhm.
Baka siguro,
Tama, multiples of 6.
so dapat, it should be 2 times 3 quantity to the sum number. So,
Oh,
ano po?
what's that sum number? So meaning pareho yan dapat.
Ano
What
po?
is that sum number? May clue ka dito actually. Makikita mo yung clue na sumobra ka.
So, kung 2 to the 4 sa ano ba? Kung after that, after 2 to the 3 times 2, 3 to the 5th, there are no more multiples of 2. So, multiples na 3 na
Hmm.
lahat po yan.
Up.
Pero that din, exclude din yan. So
Yes.
yung lower na end po nun, 2 to the 3 times 3 to the 3 po.
2 to the 3,
Times 3 to the 3 rin po.
3 to the 3. Parang may kulang. May kulang siya. Not necessarily 6 yun kasi. It can be, for example, 12 can be included.
So lahat po na basta may 2.
Yeah, may 2 ka at may 3 ka.
Ayun,
So,
2 to the 3 times 3 to the 4 po para ma-include yung
yun, that's correct. So you'll have 2 to the 3, at dito na rin, 2 to the 3, and 3 raised to the 4. Medyo nakuha mo ang ano niya?
labo.
Tama, kasi sumobra ka lang ng pag-overlap ng dalawa. Okay?
Labo.
Ayun. Now, may napapansin ka ba? Parang napaka-familiar to ng ano na to. This is factorable actually. You can factor this.
Kung nga po na, parang may, kasi kung gagawin mong x tsaka y, o nga po, parang it looks similar.
Yeah.
So, yung dalawa pong 2 to the something, tapos sa dalawang, parang kaya ito. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 5th. So, lahat po can be factored by 2 to the 3.
2
So,
to
2
the...
to the 3 somewhere.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, lahat can also be factored by 3 to the 4.
Okay.
So, kung di-divide po na yan,
Pwede. Tama naman. Sige. Gawin natin 'yan kasi iba yung ano ko sana eh, iba yung magiging form eh. Pero sige. Erase ko 'to ha. So lahat ito is factorable by 2 raised to the 3 tapos 3 raised to the 4. Okay. So anong matitira?
2 to the 2 times 3.
3
Tapos, minus
minus
3 squared.
3
3
squared. 3?
3 squared.
3 squared ba?
3 lang po kasi na
3
wala.
lang. Okay. Minus
Minus 2
2.
plus nothing. Ay, wala na po.
Meron.
Ah, 1. Yun po.
One. Okay, ayun.
Ah, okay.
You can easily see ba ang itsura nito?
So, kung ano, 2 minus 3, 2 times 3 minus 3 times 3 minus 2 plus 1. Ah,
Can you factor this into two binomials?
okay. So, yung isa gets removed. So, square. Kung ganon, m squared minus d. Kailangan ano pala, 2 plus 2. So, kung x plus 3 minus x minus 3 minus 3 minus 2 times 3. Yes, may isa doon. Tapos, 1 minus so something 2 minus 1 times 3
Times.
minus 1 mo.
Ayun, tama. That's it. Tama na. Tama. So, you can even simplify this further. Factor mo yung 2 sa 2 minus 1, factor mong 3 sa 3 minus 1. So, magiging 2 raised to the fourth ito, then 3 raised to the fifth. Anong matitira dyan?
Oh no, 1 minus 1 1 over 2 tapos 1 minus 1 over 2.
Yeah. So 1 minus 1 over 3. Or if you rewrite this, you can simplify this as phi of 2 raised to the fourth times phi of 2 raised to the...
Kaya pala po sila multiplicative yung ano pala.
Yes, the term is multiplicative, ang Euler phi function. Or in general, parang sinasabi natin dito that your phi of p sub 1 raised to k sub 1 times p sub 2 raised to k sub 2, since we mentioned it is multiplicative, so you can rewrite this as p of p sub 1 raised to k sub 1 times p of p sub 2 raised to k sub 2. So pwede mo siya mabibreak into two products.
Mabo.
So, in other words, combining all of this idea, you can deduce your formula this way. Yeah. So let's write this down para at least we could easily see it. So thus, if we write RD of the form P sub 1 raised to K sub 1, P sub 2 raised to K sub 2 up to say P sub T raised to K sub T, your phi of D can be broken down into the product phi of P sub 1 raised to K sub 1 times phi of P sub 2 raised to K sub 2 times up to phi of P sub T raised to K sub T. But each of this may nice na product, nice na counting. The first one is P raised to P sub 1 raised to K sub 1 times 1 minus 1 over P sub 1. Tapos, ang second, ganun din, raised to K sub 2, 1 minus 1 over P sub 2, and so on until P sub T raised to K sub T times 1 minus 1 over P sub K. Okay? And obviously, ito, the product of all of these is just D. So let's write it somewhere here. That's equal to D. And we can use the notation for this product.
Ano pa pala yung tawag po doon? Kung isa po, summation. Ano ba po siya? Production or something?
Ah, ano? Alam ko lang product eh. Product. Product lang siya. Parang hindi ko rin siya na ng summation. Productation. Kaya hanapin nga natin yan. Ano yung term nga? Sige nga, pwede mo hanapin dyan kung ano ang equivalent na tawag sa summation for the product.
Saka yung ano po yung parang malaking U mga intersection. Ano pa po yan? Unionation. Desiccation value.
Meron kang, ano di ba, arbitrary union yon ang tawag, o mga big U's.
Yun. Meron pala pang
Pero sa product lang alam ko eh. Hindi ko pa siya na-explore kung anong tawag dito. Ano, napaisip ako sa iyo ha. So let's put a generic prime for D. Tapos gawin nating 1 minus 1 over P. So yan na. That's the formula. So at least, so parang a recollection on how you will going to get this formula. Although there's a formal proof for this, pero you can write the formal proof out of this. So now, balik tayo doon sa earlier, dito, sa theorem natin. So the theorem tells us, so magbibilang ka lang ng number of relatively prime to your number D. So let's write this down here. So proof natin to proof of the theorem. Parang napapansin ko sa iyo, Joshua, parang palagi kang nagsusuklay na. Parang baka kailangan mo ng bagong haircut.
masyadong makati. Marami po dandruff.
O baka kailangan mo lang lumabas at magpainit para at least malesen yung pangangati. Well, anyway, sige, let's prove this. So the group G, as mentioned earlier, di ba sa fundamental concepts of cyclic groups, this group will always have one subgroup of order D. So let me write this down, has exactly one subgroup of order D. Say, let's name this subgroup D, H, and ang order ng H is just equal to B. Okay, so yan lang tawag natin muna sa kanya. Okay. Now, every element of order D generates H, di ba? Meaning, lahat ng mga element na alam natin of order D, it generates H. Note, the question is, there's a theorem tayo na prove last time. Parang ito yon. Gagamitin natin ito. Not theorem pala, corollary. Sana yun. Ito. Kung alam natin si H is generated by a number, at tapos they are generated by the same power, dapat relatively prime sila to each other. So meaning, kung isusulat ko dito, note, if suppose you will have H to be generated by A, and given this theorem earlier, kung si A daw, generated by A, is the same as generated by A raised to K, so therefore, dapat relatively prime yung tawag ito, yung order ng H, anong order nito? What's the order of this? Ito, what's the order of this? Since this is A, so you will have D. So order ni D and order ni K is equal to 1. So in other words, nagbibilang ka lang ng relatively prime numbers to D. So thus, we are only counting the number of relatively prime to D, which is your Euler of D. So yun na. You're done. So kaya sabi ko nga sa iyo, maiksi lang yung proof na to eh. So far, may tanong ka ba, Joshua? about this
Wala.
theorem, about the Euler function?
Wala naman po.
Kung hindi ko naman masasagot, assignment lang natin. So now, ito, last part ng discussion natin this evening. Generalize natin lahat-lahat ng mga pinag-usapan natin from the very beginning. Pero at this time, gusto lang natin malalaman ano ang structure that may add additional page. Sa ngayon, our interest is we want to know the structure of RZN. Meaning, we need to understand ano ang mga tawag nito, subgroups ng ZN natin based on what N is. So, halimbawa, okay, let's start with
Ano pala po? Structure po. Structure of the
structure. Yan. Structure. Yan. Tama. Mali, sorry. May R lang. Okay. Structure. So, let's start with N, which is a prime number. So, prime tong P. So, can you tell me if you will have ZP, ano ang subgroup ng ZP mo?
Lahat po, everything, every other, boss, SZP before it.
Oo. Pero that's ZP lang, hindi pa, wala siyang power. Ano nga sabi ng fundamental concept of fundamental theorem of cyclic groups? Because ZP is cyclic.
Dapat lahat po below it, cyclic din po.
That below cyclic. At ano ang mga orders ng cyclic group mo? Ng mga
kailangan mag-divide. So
what number divides P?
None? Oh no. One lang po.
One and itself, di ba? So in other words, you are only expecting isa lang ang subgroup ng ZP, which is what? What do you think ang subgroup nito?
One po.
One ba?
Ano pala? Ano ba yung meron sa...
Because ZP, it's a number, it's the collection from 0, 1,
Ayun,
2, up to P minus 1. So therefore,
0 po.
0, or the number generated by 0. So let's write this down as this one. So in other words, ang structure nito ng ZP mo, underneath, is the subgroup generated by 0. This is your trivial subgroup. Kasi siya lang naman isa eh. Trivial subgroup. Okay. So we're done with ZP. How about, ito, medyo lakihan natin. N is P raised to the third power. P is still prime. So ano ang mga subgroup ng ZP mo?
Ano lang po? Tagal? Yun nga po. 0 lang po. Ay, may ano pala. P3. P to the P cube. So, 0 P squared. So lahat po below it.
Oh yes. Anong mga below nito?
0 tapos ang ZP and ZP squared po.
Yan. That's correct. So ZP and ZP squared. So let's arrange this. What do you think yung magiging lattice structure nito? This is an example of a lattice structure. Ito yan. So ano magiging tsura ng lattice structure nito? Do you think? So start with ZP raised to the third. So anong below this?
ZP squared po.
ZP squared.
Then ZP po and then 0.
Ayan, that's correct. ZP raised to the first and the set generated by 0. The trivial subgroup. Now next. How about when your N is equal to PQ, where P and Q are unique primes? So ano ang mga subgroups ng ZPQ?
0 and then ZP and ZQ po.
Ayun, that's correct. 0, ZP, and ZQ. So the question, how about the lattice diagram nito? Ano magiging itsura?
So pag ganun po, 0, tapos ang P, tapos ang Q po, lahat po sila independent.
Tama. You have 0, tapos meron kang ZP dito, meron kang ZQ dito. Question, diretso na ba ganan?
Pero may ganun po.
Okay,
Yung
like
P and CQ po,
ganon.
lahat po sila may yun. Tapos meron po din po sa from CPQ mo, dapat.
2-0, ganon. But take note, may merong transitivity property within lattice diagram. Meaning to say, it's understood kung if ZPQ, ang ZP is a subgroup ni ZPQ at the zeros subgroup ni ZPQ, it's just like saying subgroup din siya ng ZPQ.
Obviously po pala, kasi papagaganan lang po naman. So, it must be. Basta lang sa ilalim.
Tama. So, in other words, doble na. Yung meaning to say, redundant ng paglalagay ng line na yan. Kasi you have already wrote a line pag ganyan.
Opo.
Okay? Medyo nakuha mo ang idea?
Opo.
Ayan. Now next. Next tayo. Dadagdagan ko additional paper. Now next is, how about n equals P, Q, R, where P, Q, and R are unique primes. So just like ano ba? 2 times 3 times 4.
Nga po.
meron
Pero may
ZP,
P, Q, R, tapos ang
0, ano pa?
0, P, Q, and R. Yun po.
0, PQ, PR, QR. Meron pa ba?
P, Q, and R po.
Yan. P, Q, and R. Yan. Ang dami. So the question, how will you now arrange the lattice diagram nito? I'll start with ZPQ.
I'm starting to see where this is going po. So, lahat po ng permutations. Hindi pa combinations ng ano po na. Lahat po,
Yes.
single one element, tapos ang 2 elements, P, Q, Q, R, P, Q, P, R po, tapos so on, so forth. Tapos pag ganun po sila, P, Q, P, R, and Q, R po, tapos P, Q, and R, tapos 0 po sa pinakailalim.
Can you there's a nice way of arranging it. Anong magiging itsura nun? Maganda yung itsura nito eh. Tama yung mga sinabi mo. Pero there's a way na makikita mo siya nicely.
Parang network.
Parang net, particularly ano yon.
P, Q, Q, R, P, R, tapos P, Q, tapos 0. Parang naisip, pero kasama po, parang pag ganun po, parang convolute po sila parang ganun. Yung pang magka-intersect po na marami.
Yes. At umpisa natin yung yung masasabi mo parang basic structure niya. So what do you think yung magiging basic structure nito?
PQ tapos ang PR, QR po.
Ayan. PQ, sabihin natin PQ. Ito na ba yung PQ na ba yung niya? Pinaka masasabi mong structure. The ZPQ. Tapos anong maganda dito? QR? Tapos dito sa baba?
Parang pwede po sa, o nga po na, pwede rin po dyan.
PR. Di ba na? Yan.
Tapos
Ano pa?
Maganda sana po kung para siyang yung ganito po, 3. Pero kaso nga, saan na po lalagay yung 0?
Yeah, pwede. Sige, okay lang. So, 0, pwede natin ilagay dito. Ayan. Yan na lang. So, saan natin pwede ilagay si P? ZP.
Nasa gitna po ng PQ tsaka PR. Tapos yun yung
Yan. So,
R.
ZP dito. So, therefore, ganyan. Di ba?
Ano po?
How about si R?
Dito po sa right side naman mo.
Tama. R. Saan naman si Q?
Somewhere po.
Pwede dito? Dito na lang
Sa,
natin lalagay si Q?
sa ano po? Pwede na po.
Yon. Yan. So,
Tapos sa
therefore,
3 po, papunta sa 0 na po.
may napapansin kang shape?
Yes! Cube po pala siya.
Oh, nagmumukhang cube. So, meaning, in 3 dimensions, mapapansin mo, balik tayo sa una ha, sa kung isang prime lang, line. Kung dalawang primes na distinct primes, it's a square. Pwedeng square or rectangular.
No.
Kung tatlo na, so you have a cube. So, hypothesis to, what do you think ang magiging itsura kung meron kang 4 distinct primes?
Ano po, tag nun yung beyond comprehension po na 4-dimensional shape.
Oh,
Baka yung,
4-dimensional
yung,
shape.
ano po, yung parang nakita ko po yung mga nets, di ba po yung parang,
Anong tawag doon?
yung parang net nung Tesseract po.
Ayan, tama. Sana magbibigay pa ako ng clue na ng ano to? Tawag ito, yung sa Marvel.
Yung po yung ano, yung Tesseract nga po. Yung
So, tama,
globe.
it's tesseract. So, it's a 4-dimensional cube. Obviously, ang usual na itsura ng tesseract ano to? Yung it is being um, um, visualized in 3 dimension. Di ba it's 4-dimensional cube yon?
Tama.
So, wala talaga siyang perfect na itsura if you want to push it into 3 dimension. Usual nagiging itsura na yun look like this. May cube ka pa rin. Paano yan? Ay, sorry. Paano ko siya i-draw cube? Pag ganon, tapos, magsusulat ka ng additional cube.
Inisip ko kasi pong hypothesis ko po parang, di ba po yung cube mismo po, tapos pinush na po sa 2 dimensions.
Tama.
Parang ganito nga po, isang maliit na square, tapos malaking squares ng ganon.
Oh, parang ganon, di ba?
They're
Weird na
actually same size po pala yung totoong square sa loob po. So
Ayan.
parang yan po yung cube is actually the same size as the entire square. Isang maliit na cube po, actually the same size as the big cube. Pero na-project lang po siyang ganyan.
In fact, sa mathematics, may tawag doon. Ang tesseract, it's only a 4-dimensional cube. Pero in general, ang tawag yun dun sa kanila mga hypercubes. So, in n dimension na cube, so hypercube. Parang ganun yung idea. Ganun din sa tetrahedron, mga ganon. You project higher dimensional triangular na mga objects and so on and so forth. Pero
Pero
syempre,
paano po yung, let's say, mga 5 dimension po? So, you will project it on
in
4
4
dimension.
dimension. Supposed to be ganun Ipo-project mo siya sa 1 dimension lower to it.
Tapos,
Halimbawa,
yung projection po na yun, pro-project na po sa 3 dimension.
tama. Have you heard about Klein battle?
Yung ano po?
Ang Klein battle.
Po, yung parang battle, tapos bumalik po siya sa sarili niya.
When in fact, actually, in Klein battle, it's a 2-dimensional object that is drawn to 4 dimension. Meaning 2 dimensions lang yun dapat, pero na-project siya sa 4 dimensions. So, nag-iitsura nun, it's composed of circles, circulars lang naman yon. However, hindi mo siya ma-envision sa 3 dimension, kaya 2 dimension, kaya pinroject siya sa 4 dimension. Pero nakikita natin as a drawing or as an illustration na sa 3 dimension, yung parang bottle nga siya titignan.
Bottle po yung ilalim niya, tapos it will feed into the bottle where its entrance was. So parang ganun po. Papasok
Tama.
po.
So now, may papa-assignment ako sa iyo. Pero this includes this. Pero isusulat ko lahat ng magiging assigned task mo for this chapter. So will that be all right? So magiging assignment mo na to.
Opo.
Uh, let me add a page. So gawin, actually medyo marami-rami to na magiging assignment mo
Oh no.
Oh no. I think ang iba na nasagot mo na yung number 1. Let me write this down para at least you would see it. Assignment. Yung una is this. Let A and B are elements of a group and G is finite and AB is equal to BA. I think na-prove mo na to Prove that the order of AB is equal to the order of A times the order of B if and only if they are relatively prime.
Ako
Tama.
nga lang po, hindi ko po na-prove na in this direction mo. Na-prove ko na
As which direction? Sufficiency or
hindi ko po siya na-prove na yung direct po yung parang if lang po.
if the order is multiplicative, then it is relatively prime.
Yun na po yung na-prove ko po. Pero kung baliktad, hindi ko yata po siya na-prove.
Okay. So if the orders are relatively prime, then multiplicative ang order. So hindi mo pa napoprove. Sige. So that will be your assignment sunod. Next. Prove that a group of order 3 must be cyclic. Ayan. So meaning, basta palaging order 3, it's always cyclic.
What? Wow, okay. So, lagi po may na pala.
Meron siya generator. At anong yung generator nun? Ayan. Next. Suppose G is finite and the only subgroups of G are E and G. Prove that
Parang familiar po to.
that G is cyclic and has prime order. In other words, what we're saying is that actually, ang first statement, ang first line dito before the word prove, this is the definition of what we call simple groups. So meaning it's the only group ng kanyang subgroups, it's itself and trivial subgroup. Pero ang pangalawang statement that tells you na cyclic siya, it's only true if it has a prime order. So parang if and only if to. Magkasama to palagi sa dalawa. So we're not saying na ang lahat ng mga simple groups, finite simple groups are cyclic palagi, but it must have to have a prime order. Okay? So that's number 3. Number 4. Let A and B are elements of a group, and if the order of A and B are relatively prime, show that the set generated by A intersection the set generated by B is the identity element. Yung intersection ng dalawa.
Mhm.
Which is actually dapat.
Nga po,
Maging,
it's pretty obvious actually nga po. Wala din po.
mm. Pero obvious bang proof nito?
Yung, yung po, obviously, oh no.
Okay. The next, ito. Prove mo to. I think this is the second to the last. Prove that the set of relatively prime to 2 raised to n is not cyclic. Parang, di ba, you generated it using the code for all, sorry, for all n greater than or equal to 3. Ayan.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Lastly, number 6, ipapakontinue ko yung pinadraw ko. Find the lattice diagram, or sometimes they call this the Cayley graph. Cayley graph of the following. Tatlo lang. Papagawa ko tatlo. Z of P squared Q squared. That's one number letter A. B Z of P squared Q R squared. And then finally, C, so you'll have Z squared Q cube R squared.
For PQR po are all primes po.
Are all primes. P, Q, R are distinct primes. Yan. Okay. Isasend ko to mamaya after our discussion. Para at least you have the copy na. Alright. So ito yung magiging assignment mo. Medyo mahaba-haba. You don't need to finish. I don't expect it on Thursday. Pero kung may nagawa ka na sa Thursday, so show it to me. So the rest, we will discuss it by next meeting.
Opo.
I think mauna mo tong una, number 1, kasi naumpisahan mo na ang sufficiency part. Number 2, I think this is possible. Madali lang to. At number 4, number 6, you can do it right away. Madadraw mo to. So
Opo.
hanggang 3 dimensions lang tayo. Hindi mahirap kasi mag 4 dimensions na. Okay? Do you have any questions, Joshua, so far?
Wala na po.
So for now, let's end our discussion this evening. Magabay na, mamaya pa pala, 5 minutes from now, before mag-i-evening.
Opo.
So meron pong tanong o any inquiries?
Wala naman po.
All right, so see you on Thursday.
Okay po.
Okay po.
All right, so take care.
Thank you
Hindi
po,
na
sir.
po. Kaya na po.
Bye.
Bye po.
Thank you po.
Yan po yan.
pagkain mo.